Hi, I'm Thaddeus Bullock with Leica Geosystems. I am here today with the new Leica DT100 EM locator and the DE100 transmitter. I'm going to go through on how to locate a light pole, the conductors inside of the light pole, if it is a metallic pole. Um, First off, if you have paint or rust, you typically have to grind that off and get metal on metal. But if this pole is grounded correctly, then if I just clamp onto the metal and I ground out properly, it should light up everything inside of the pole, all of the conductors, and I should be able to trace it out. One thing that in a parking lot that can be a challenge sometimes is if you don't have a place to actually put a ground. So pointing out here, right here we have our ground stake. What you typically can do is just try to find a little crack or something in the asphalt itself to get your ground stake in. It doesn't have to go in very far for you to get a good ground, which allows you to also get a good signal on the line itself. So once we have this like this, and we have our red lead direct connected to our source that we are trying to locate, and then we have our black lead to the ground, I am simply just going to go over here to my DE100 transmitter. I'm going to power it on. So once I have my ground stake in and I have a good ground and I have my red lead on the actual source, I'm going to come over here to my DE100 transmitter and power it on. We are going to use 32.8 kilohertz. And as long as you are seeing everything register here with the milliamps, the voltage, the ohms, and the watts, that means I have a connection. So now I'm simply just going to go to my locator and I'm going to sync up with the same frequency that I have on the transmitter with the locator. So I'm going to put the transmitter now on the 32.8 kilohertz, as you can see there. I'm going to adjust my decibels. It's essentially emitting how much energy that I'm actually going to get back, essentially. So now that I have the transmitter on a certain frequency, which is 32 kilohertz, and I also have this synced up on 32 kilohertz, you can use numerous frequencies. This locator has 25 to 30 different frequencies, which is fantastic. So I typically like to start out with 8 kilohertz or 33, so that's why it is I'm starting with this. So now that I have them both synced up, I'm simply just going to do a sweep around this power pole and see if I can pick up the actual line itself. So as I am doing the sweep, I am now directly over top of the line. And with the DT100, you will see that it shows arrows pinpointing where it is I am exactly at. And once my little yellow dot is as small as possible, that is telling me that that line, this electric line, is right here. And it is also providing me a depth range of around 2 feet 2 inches. And if I slowly raise my locator up a foot and that number goes up a foot, then I can trust that that depth is somewhat accurate, which it is.